Uchi. Okay, so basically, as you can see, I'm going to just do this sometimes because it helps me to go ahead and start doing what I want to do, which is videos, but at the same time recording is really hard when it's just you. So I thought I would try something different. So the point of this video is because I pretty much have had some weird things happen over the course of the day. Let me just tell you, today was a weird day all the way around, but it was more weirder as things went on in the day. I mean, they just got really bad, and I just decided that it was time for me to kind of like call it a day and just play some games. As you can see, the title was called The Things That We Do to Each Other. This is obviously not the name of my channel, but it's just it's stuff like today that just really grinds my gears. And as an African American, I often try my best never to put my people down, strictly because I never want anyone to say that it was Vassell who was putting his people down. I'm not the coonish type. I'm not the you know, type of person to kind of play you on what you are. But I have to admit, in this particular case, it really was something that really bothered me, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. Today, I was at a coffee shop. I'm not going to say where, and I went into said coffee shop and I asked to use the bathroom. The Caucasian lady said sure, gave me the code to the bathroom, let me go to the bathroom, and that was it.
A rustic monument to the collapse.
And when I came out of the bathroom, you know, the first person that greeted me was an African American woman, and she didn't say, "Hi, how may I help you?" She said, "Are you going to buy something, or are you just going to stand there?" Now, I had just come out the bathroom. And maybe even just a little bit, I thought about buying something. But the thing is that I come in there and I buy all the time. And even if I didn't, I had to use the bathroom. And the person let me in, and it wasn't her. So she shouldn't have had anything to say to me. But of course she did. And this is something that I find a lot amongst my African American people, is that when you see you're in an establishment that might be, let's say, a high percentage of white people, and that's nothing wrong with that. You know, you hang around Caucasians all day. I understand that, you know, but I noticed that it's a certain superiority that comes into their minds, that they are doing something that is all but revolutionary, and it really is not. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal that, you know, you have to make a spectacle of me to make yourself feel better. See, and here's the thing. The woman, I kindly shut down the young woman by saying these words, and I quote. I said, you know, on any given day, you have my money 3 or 4 times a day, but for today, I came to use the bathroom. And that's where I left it, okay? And the Caucasian lady, she's had nothing to say, not a word. But it was an African American person who felt the need to pull me to the side and asked me, was I going to get something to eat, as if I didn't belong there. Like, she was doing me a grand favor for just letting me be in her presence. And of course, it's that same type of sister, you know, the ones that have that earthly way about them, want to cut their hair and act like they're the greatest feminists that ever walked the earth, like their name is Nina Simone. And let's be real, they're not representing the sisters well when they do these things, because they make sisters seem like they have nothing but, you know, animosity and anger towards African American males. And I notice it's not, and it's always, like I said, it's always the ones who seems to hang around a lot of other Caucasian people. Now, is this a slight against people hanging around with Caucasians? By no means. Do I think everybody probably knows at least one Caucasian that they hang out with on the regular? You know it indefinitely. If nothing else, even if it's just your boss, you hang around some type of Caucasian person, and that is okay. This is not me slighting at Caucasians. This is not me saying I hate white people. This is me saying I am completely annoyed with people who have a problem with me, and you are the same as me. Just because you have white people around you doesn't mean that they're not laughing at you while you're turned around. You know, just because you're serving coffee to other people doesn't mean that that's all your life is about. You can have beliefs that you are better than what you are, but that doesn't mean that you're better than everyone else. That's my problem. That's where I have an issue. Is where you start to think just because you're hanging around Caucasians, this gives you some type of superiority over the rest of the Negroes in the room. This does not give you an extra leg up. This does not mean you're any more smarter than the next one or better than. This just means, hey, you know what? You have a job. That's what it means. You have a job. And someone was fortunate to give you that job. Doesn't make you, like I said, more or less smarter. Doesn't make you better. Doesn't make you it doesn't even make you a good person. Okay, if the highlight of your life is that you are hired on a job by a bunch of Caucasian people, then you have very little to talk about in your life. You don't have much to look forward to. Your life must really, really stink if that is the best that you can do. Yes, I know I haven't shot anything yet. I'm not really ready to shoot. Right now, I'm just wanting to get this off my chest. If this is one of those things that you are, like, happy about, go choke yourself, man. Like, really take your hands, put them around your neck, and begin to squeeze. And don't stop until you lose breath, because that is the only way that things will probably halfway make sense, because right now it doesn't make sense to me. This is not what I was looking for. I was looking for a certain place, and I'm looking for a certain area. Once I find it, I'll go to it and I will be more happy. Over here, I might be looking at it. You might know where I'm going. But yeah, it's just very, very stupid. That's all I'm saying. And there's always one person that does it. And it just makes no sense. There, I took somebody's kill for no reason. Alright, that is all I had to say. I'm not going to make this a big video. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you for coming into my channel. If you ever had these things happen to you, tell me what you think. Tell me your experience, and you know, let me know how you handled it. You know, were you upset about it? Did you care? Did you try to make things better? I would love to hear your opinion. Leave your comments in the area below, and thank you for supporting my channel. Have a great one. Okay. Alright. How do I cut off this stuff here? This is weird. Let's press the button.